All right, friends, we're talking about that Sagittarius new moon here on Tuesday the 26th. I'm Aaron Michael Eschenberg. This is Honest Astrology. All right, so the new moon is going to happen at 10:05 a.m. on Tuesday morning. All right, so that's when the sun and the moon are both coming together on the same side in the same sign, the same space in space, right? So the moon represents our emotional body, our emotional needs, okay? And the sun represents our ego self, our physical body, right? Compressed dense light down here on planet Earth. So when our physicality, our ego, the hero of the story shows up, ourselves, and our emotional body, our nurturing self, right? The moon is Earth's natural satellite, okay? Stays very close to home. So when we have these two coming together on the same side, the same area in space, it's a very powerful connection. It's always a new beginning, right? New moons are new beginnings. Where full moons is an opposition, where we're able to see what we need to focus on in our lives, okay? So this is happening at 4 degrees in Sagittarius. So it's early, right? We're going to have the new moon 2 weeks from now. So this is, or the full moon 2 weeks from now. So this is, the call and the answer. So this is the call to begin our journey, to begin the process of seeking outside of self, all right? Of finding information that's out there, okay? So we have 3 fire signs in the zodiac: Aries, okay, which is the beginning of the zodiac, which represents a very primal and instinctual way of living. It's the spark, it's the initiation, the spark that keeps the fire going, right? Then we have Leo, which is the hearth that keeps on burning, the fire that's eternal burning, the sun, right? The sun just keeps burning and burning and burning, and the fire and the light just keeps emitting. And it doesn't matter, it's unconditional. Doesn't matter what's happening down here on planet Earth, the sun continues to provide for us, right? So there's always a lesson in that in of itself, is that unconditional giving that the sun has, okay? And then we have Sagittarius, which is a mutable sign, okay? First, Aries is a cardinal sign, again, the beginning, the urge, the push. Leo is a fixed sign, which means it's holding it down. And then Sagittarius is the mutable sign, which means it's getting ready for great change, right? That great change means it's going to be taken over. This is the end of fall and the beginning of winter coming up here on the solstice on the 21st. So the mutable sign of Sagittarius is going with change. It's going with the flow of things, okay? It is a fire. It's like that distant star, right? It's the distant fire that's like calling us. What is out there? It's all about the journey. And the Sagittarius is represented by the centaur, which is the horse body with the man top, So it's like we have the ability to think like a human being. We have the ability to discern the differences between right and wrong. We have the ability to discern the differences and choose in which direction we want to go to. And then with this kind of horse body, it's like there's no place that I can't go. There's no terrain that's off limits that my human physicality, couldn't obtain. Where this horse kind of body, like I can get there. So that's the representation of what that means. So it's like having faith in ourselves and faith in our journey. Okay? Now we've been it's a time of great change, right? We've been feeling a lot. This Scorpio season has hit everybody very dramatically, very dynamically, okay? We've been stirring up stuff from 15, 20 years ago, right? Things that are coming up from the trenches of our guts that the light is being shown on, and it's just like, whoa. I've been holding on to this pain, or I've been holding on to some trauma over a certain instance or a certain time in my life that has created a ripple into my personality. Okay, which is really key here. It's just like letting go of some of those things during the Scorpio season. Now we have Mercury is finished its retrograde, and it's in about the middle degrees, about 14 degrees of Scorpio. And we have Mars, which is also the second ruling planet, or second ruling sign of Mars. It rules Aries and Scorpio. And Scorpio is a lot about the mystery too, the unknown, the underworld, the dark side of things, and it's bringing those things from the dark side up into the light, which is why Scorpio is also represented by the phoenix, right? The phoenix rising from the ashes. What was once dead or thought to be dead is now this magnificent, beautiful creature, right? Rising and flying, soaring high. And a fun thing to note. Scorpio is the only sign that is kind of represented by three different animals. Okay, first it's the scorpion, which lies beneath the surface, okay, waiting to come up and sting, a predator. Okay, then it's represented, once that first transcendence happens, then it's represented by an eagle. Okay, the eagle. And the eagle is a bird of prey with clear vision. Okay, clear vision, soaring high. So it's gone from underneath to soaring high with clear vision from what was once dark and murky to crystal clear sight. Okay, and then the third transcendence of Scorpio season as well, is going from the eagle to the dove. Okay, from a beautiful bird of prey to a beautiful representation of peace, the white dove, right? So that's our journey through this Scorpio season. And then the new moon here that's happening on Tuesday is us continuing the journey, is continuing to have faith in the growth of everything that's been going on for the past month and a half during Scorpio season, right? Because it's been brutal. It's been unnerving, to say the least. Some of the stuff that's been coming up. Right? So, and we can feel ourselves like, embodying those archetypes from beneath the surface, the scorpion, and I can grab you here and still sting you from the back end. It's just like, oh, you didn't see that tail coming up. You didn't see that stinger coming up. And sometimes we do that. We're going to energetically kind of dig in, and someone's like, oh, didn't see that coming. So then the second transcendence is coming up and above that, right? But still being that bird of prey. And then finally, by the time we're done with this whole business, the dove, right? So again, let me show you the chart real fast to show you what I'm talking about. So there's Mars, there, our planet of action, right? Acceleration here in the sign of Scorpio. Mercury at 14 degrees, still creating this really beautiful water trine, okay? Very, very important. And Neptune today, as you see this S here, is stationed direct, which is a very beautiful thing, right? So it can be like our dreams, our intuition, everything was, moving backward in the night sky during those retrograde periods. The outer planets that are retrograde, as you see here, Uranus is retrograde, Chiron is retrograde, and then we've got Neptune has been retrograde for about 6 months and now stationed direct. We don't feel these retrogrades as much as we do our personal planets like Mars, Mercury, and Venus. Okay, so we don't feel those as much, but there's still a sense of stagnant energy, still waters. And with Neptune being home in Pisces, this is expanding of our dreams, expanding of our conscious mind, our unconscious mind, okay? And then we're connecting all of these dreams with our nature, a nurturing self down here in Cancer, reminding us to be gentle with ourselves during this great time of change. Okay, and that Mercury here and Mars, of course, what we were just talking about, those these are the two that are bringing everything up, stirring all the stuff up. When we're sick, and our stomach is ill, that stuff has to come up and out for us to feel better. And the longer we try to hold it down, it doesn't do us any good. We're not stronger for trying to keep that in. We're not going into great detail, you know what I'm saying. So it's getting this stuff up and out so we can really heal ourselves and feel better. So that's what Mars and Mercury are doing right now. And Mercury being direct right now, all about our mental thought process. Okay? And creating this great change when whatever we've been feeling in our lives, like we've been stuck, okay? That our dreams we don't have the vision for our dreams to come into reality. So this beautiful water trine has happened a couple times this year, right? And the really fantastic part of it is the kite aspect that it has to do with Saturn. So we have the water trine and then that sextile right there from Mercury to Saturn. We have a sextile from Neptune to Saturn. Okay, so this is all about creating and making it real. Saturn wants to make it real. Want to manifest this into the physical reality. It wants us to be strict and disciplined, right? And now what we see here as well is Venus has also just moved into Capricorn today. Okay? So Venus in Capricorn, Venus is what we love, want, and desire in life, right? Mars is how we get it. Mars is saying we have to go through this shadow period in order to achieve what we want. And to achieve what we want, Venus is saying I have to be decisive. I have to make the decisions. I have to be disciplined with myself. I have to structure my life so that I can bring these things into manifestation. Capricorn season is all about, the sun's not there yet, but still we have Pluto, we have Saturn home in Capricorn, and then we have Venus, again, our first planet moving into the sign of Capricorn. Only way to turn coal into a diamond is a lot of pressure, okay? And we feel that pressure. And the Scorpio season has been telling us, like, when we feel that pressure, to not run and hide, to not bury ourselves under the shadows, or bury ourselves down, It's to bring this stuff up. Bring it to the light. And then the Sagittarius energy that's happening, let me come back here for a quick second. On Monday of next week, Jupiter will move into Capricorn as well. Okay? So this has been the year of expansion. The year of expansion. And now we have the sun, the hero of our story, ourself showing up and saying, yes, I'm ready. Yes, I am ready to journey out into the world. I'm ready to follow that light, that burning light in the distance. What is this fire that's in my heart? What is this fire that's out there? We're stepping into the unknown. Big, big, big stuff here with Sagittarius. We're stepping into the unknown and we're trusting ourselves. We're trusting our gut, okay? That whatever's got to come up and come out is going to come up and come out. We're trusting ourselves that we, to have faith in the universe, that there's something going on so that we can kind of let go. We can surrender a bit, surrender our agenda, surrender from thinking we know everything and this power struggle stuff that happens here in Scorpio, such power and control. And it's just like, oh my goodness, let it go. There's an entire world out there of knowledge, that we're yet to find out, that we're yet to discover. Okay, I wanted to be a paleontologist when I was a kid, an archaeologist, dig up dinosaur bones. And then there was a point in time where it was like, hey, everything's going to be already found by the time I'm old enough to do this stuff. I was wrong, right? We're still finding more and more from the ancient world. We're still finding more. Giants that lived here in the North America that the Smithsonian, covered up. Look that up. That's a wild story. That just happened like a few weeks ago. Giants that lived in North America. Anyway, so it's like we're still finding things about ourselves that we might not have known. We're still uncovering hidden truths about ourselves from things of the past that we've tried to bury and keep down, that have created part of our personality, that have created part of, if we've experienced trauma in the past from a love, are we guarding our heart? Right? Are we afraid to wear our heart on our sleeve or to be able to give our heart to somebody because of what happened in the past? So this is a great time to heal those things. This is a great time, again, to have faith. You can go from Las Vegas to LA in the middle of the night and you only have this 200 feet of headlights in front of you. And you're just, this is a windy road and there's cliffs and valleys, on both sides of you. But you trust that light is all you need to keep going further and further and further, and you're going to finally reach your destination. All right, so having faith in ourselves at this time is the most important thing that we can do. Faith in our journeys, and that whatever is coming up, to trust it, to trust our intuition, to trust that gut feeling, and to release and to surrender to the universe, to surrender whatever is going on and be honest with ourselves, being humble with ourselves, that North Node down there in Cancer, okay? Humbling ourselves. What do we need? And what did we want? Why did we come here? Remember who you are. Remember why you came here, why we chose this physical body at this physical time. With these parents and these people, why do we choose these relationships? And somewhere we might have gotten lost in the mist, lost in the murkiness, lost in hurt or past trauma or pain, and this Neptune is about to go direct, that water is going to start moving forward again. It's like the ice is thawing and we're going to flow. Okay? And that connection with Saturn, Neptune to Saturn, is about, hey, have we lost our sense of the dream? Have we lost, we give up on humanity. We give up on people. And this is the sun, again, shining down, saying, I'm not giving up on you. I'm not going to dim my light today. I'm not going to give up on humanity because you guys are fighting with each other. That fight has led to a deeper understanding. And this war over here led to a deeper understanding over here, and although those things are never good, but then what comes out of them is a deeper understanding and deeper knowledge, right? And that knowledge is what we're talking about here in Sagittarius, a deeper understanding. Okay, so everything that has led to this point has happened for a very precise reason and has led you to be the person that you are. Right? It's such a beautiful thing when we let go and kind of realize that we're not a victim in any circumstance, that we co-created these experiences, and we did that to bring us to where we are now so we can shine our light brighter now. And follow that faith, follow that intuition, and to absorb like a sponge as much knowledge as we can during this next, 3.5 weeks while the sun is still going to be in Sagittarius, to be a sponge. Jupiter, our planet that rules Sagittarius, our happy-go-lucky planet of more expansion, still in its home sign. Saying like there's a lot of knowledge that we can absorb right now that's going to help. That's the medicine. The knowledge is the medicine that heals us, that heals our guts, that brings this stuff up and out. So trust ourselves, trust yourself, be nurturing to yourself. There's no mistakes in life. I love this old saying. It's, I'm ahead of myself here. You are perfect yet ever expanding, in a perfect yet ever expanding world, in a perfect yet ever expanding universe. Right? There's a lot of truth to that. There's a lot of power to that. It's like we didn't know when we were playing chess, we didn't know what the right move was until we made the wrong move. Sometimes relationships, we don't know who we want until we date who we don't want. Sometimes we chase a job or a career or something that we thought we really wanted. There was something about it. And then we find out, actually, this isn't resonating with me. This doesn't align with me and my journey. And this new moon is all about our journey and a new beginning and new insight to who we are and where we're going, and complete trust in the universe that we are on the right path. So trust in yourselves. This is a very, very powerful day. It's a very powerful week, this last week of Jupiter in Sagittarius, our planet of expansion, right? More. And Venus being in Capricorn saying, I'm going to take this very seriously. I'm going to take these, I'm going to commit. I'm going to commit to this, right? We're going to end this with a Bob Ross quote. After he's done painting this thing, he says, all right, we're going to make some hard decisions now. This is where we're going to paint the mountains. And our Sagittarius, our centaur body, we can come up and over those mountains. We can cross any hurdle that's in our way, right? There's nothing that is unobtainable. So it's time to make those hard decisions. Remember who we are. Remember why we came here. And have trust and faith in ourselves and our journey. Happy new moon, my friends. Have a beautiful day.